So if you have fine to low mid-density natural hair and you want to get some mini braids, watch this video. First and foremost, I have to say Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. I hope you guys are enjoying your new year and I hope that it's going well. I'm going to show you guys how I do my mini braids. I have low to mid-density hair and I have fine strands, as you can see. But we're going to work with it, okay? We're going to work with it regardless. I'm going to share with you guys some tips and tricks on how I get it to look like this and get it to look a little bit less stringy, you know, a little bit. Because it's still going to look stringy, but you know, we have our perks, you know, we have our tips and tricks. So if you're interested, definitely continue watching, and if you're new, come on in, join the family, and without further ado, let's get started in today's video. You have to do your parts in a bird format. You need to go ahead and do it at a perpendicular angle. That's how you want to part your hair. You want to stagger it so that it's not just a straight line going across. And also you want to go ahead and curl the ends, add a little something on the ends, you know, just to give it a little bit more, you know, look. Even though it's still fine and stringy, you want to still give it a little bit more, you know, definition or whatnot. So that's what I did to my ends, so that it wouldn't look that fine, even though it is still fine, you know. But that's another thing that you want to do for your hair. So I use this mirror. It is from this company. And basically it is a three-way 360-degree mirror, and basically you can see all, you know, the front side, the back side, and the two side parts and the front side. So this mirror helps with that. Now I know that there's some controversy going around with this oil, but I bought it earlier before all the controversy stuff, and I used it and it was working. So I'm going to use it back again because I do have some trouble areas in the back of my hair, as you guys will see. And this is my one and trusted brand. This is the TGN Rose Water brand. I always use this for my mini braids. Now I will admit that my mini braids from before look a little bit better, because I feel like the conditioner that I used, the leave-in conditioner, which was the Cream of Nature oil-based like leave-in conditioner, worked well with this instead of the motion. So I will admit that it looked better before, but I'm gonna do the style again and I'm gonna make it like superior, okay? I'm gonna make it snatch, okay? So for this hairstyle, you don't need to apply heat. All I did was I took my Afro pick, I had my tangle tweezer, I brushed out my hair, I set up my mirror, and I was good to go. You do not have to apply any heat. Now I'm going to go ahead with this Motions Active Moisture Leave-In Detangler. I'm going to spray that on the entire back section of my hair. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab that TGIN Rose Water Leave-In Conditioner, and I'm going to apply that to my hair. So you want to make sure that you get a good amount of the leave-in conditioner that you're using. From whatever brand that you choose or decide to use, go ahead and put that leave-in conditioner on your hair, okay? You're going to need a good leave-in conditioner. At first, my hair, this part was very slippery because I just wet my hair with the motion, so I wasn't able to grip and hold my hair as much as I wanted to. So you want to make sure your hair is at least damp. Don't oversaturate it with any product or any water or anything like that. Just make sure it is at least damp, and then you can work your way through it. So in all transparency, I did not like this combo because it just did not give me that neat and defined look that I wanted. So I would suggest that you use the Cream of Nature and the TGIN Rose Water Leave-In Conditioner combo for better results, if you choose to do so. Now if you don't want to do that and you want to use oils, I know some people don't like oils, but if you do like oils, go ahead and use an oil and a leave-in conditioner. It will give you a fresher look, a neater look, and a less frizzy look. Now some people often ask the question, how long do these mini braids last? Usually 4 to 6 weeks or up to 2 months. I know that, you know, with proper care and maintenance, they can last for a long time. but usually 4 to 6 weeks or max 2 months is what I usually see. I left my mini braids in previously for about a month, and it still held up good as long as you're caring for your hair. You know, you're washing it, you're conditioning it, and you know, you can deep condition it. And make sure you just upkeep it. As long as you upkeep it, it will work out fine. I know some people use this as a transition into their lock journey. So it just depends on the individual, but usually 4 to 6 weeks is how long it will last. Some people also ask, how long does it take to do? Usually 4 to 6 hours. 4 hours if I'm just going straight through, or 6 hours if I'm taking breaks in between. Now this style did take me a little bit longer just because I am recording, I'm focusing on camera angles, I'm making sure I'm in focus and all that jazz. So it did take me a bit longer, but if it wasn't for the camera and everything, usually 4 hours and I'll be done. Another question someone might ask is, how do you tame the frizz? How do you handle frizz? Usually if you use a good mousse, I use the TGIN honey mousse, and I also use Nairobi mousse, but usually with a good mousse the frizz can be tamed. Now I do have a pros and cons of having mini braids video. If you are considering getting mini braids done, you want to know if this is the right fit for you, you want to know if you can commit, I'm gonna go ahead and leave that video right here. Now for my parting style, I part it in a U-shaped manner just so that everything can come together and everything can look more dense and more compact, because once again, if you have fine strands, you know that that is a struggle. So if you are parting, once again, you want to make sure that you part those boxes out. I do not need to see parallel lines, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, I do not need to see parallel lines. If you have fine strands, make sure that you're boxing that area. You have in those rectangular 90-degree parts, okay? No 180 right here, no 180. Now, as you guys can see, I've been dealing with some problematic areas, man. I've been dealing with some problematic areas on my natural hair journey. So this is one of them. I'm going to go ahead and use that Mayel Rosemary Mint Oil, and I'm going to see if it does what it's supposed to do. I'm going to let you guys know. But yes, I have some breakage on the back section of my hair. Now back to parting style, I want to also mention that you can part your hair bigger, with bigger parts at the back if you want a more fuller look, and just do them a little bit smaller when it comes to the front of your hair so that you can have a less scalpy look. I find that this method works best for me. If I don't want to look too scalpy with my already fine strands, I just go ahead and compact those braids. Now also remember that you're supposed to leave some of those hair out, okay? So leave some of your hair ends out if you want a more fuller look, so that it doesn't look too stringy. When you plait it out all the way to the end, it can accentuate that stringy look. So when you leave it out like that, like how I'm doing, you're gonna get a little bit more fuller look. If you guys have mini braids and you ever tried it before and you left it in for an extensive period of time, let me know if it grew out your hair a little bit fuller, because I really want to know if it worked. I've seen some people say that and mention that their hair did become fuller once they started doing mini braids and leaving their hair alone and just caring for their hair. So if you guys have that same story, or if you guys have that same experience, let me know down in the comment section down below. Now I didn't count my braids or anything, but I probably have anywhere between 60 to maybe 85 braids in my hair, maybe. I'll let you guys know if I count it down below. But all in all, I really love this hairstyle. It's a very low manipulation hairstyle, less stress on your natural hair. It does grow your hair, so I really love this. I'm gonna let you guys, just watch the rest of the video, and I'll see you guys a little bit later. hairstyle. I left the front out, but I also put my back in like a ponytail right here. I'm gonna show you guys so that you can see. So basically I put my hair in this little ponytail just to give it a little bit more of a less stringy look. So that's what I did for my hair, and I put on these hoop earrings, you know, put a little light makeup on, and that was it. Sometimes you're gonna have to just like grow into this style, especially if you have fine natural hair. You're just gonna have to learn to grow into it, learn to be confident in it, like I'm learning myself. So you know, that's what you can do to kind of, you know, uplift yourself to wear this hairstyle. So guess below what you think I'm gonna do to my natural hair for the new year, for 2023, and I'll pin your comment down below. You know, something a little bit different. I don't think you guys have ever seen me do that on camera, but just for the new year, you know, something new, something fresh, something different. And I will go ahead and pin your comments. But yeah guys, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more natural hair related videos. And I'll see you in my next video. Later guys.